Wow, people, I did not expect recreators to actually go here. I mean, honestly, I didn't expect to lose someone in this series, and here we are at episode 8, and one of the creations is fallen. We have lost Mamika this episode. And you know, like I said, I didn't expect to lose someone, but when she started opening it up more, and when she started seeing how she felt about Alice and how she was proud to be Alice's friend, and then when she Sailor Mooned up and flew away only to go to confront Altair, I was like, oh man, that's a flag. That is a big flag, because usually when that happens, you could call it curtains, and I didn't expect for Altair to be this savage as well. I mean, I know she's the villain in all of this series, but man, she gave no shits. I mean, Mamika confronted her about, you know, the state of this world and everything that's going on. And she's like, who's exactly right here? You're not trying to save this world. You're trying to destroy it. And once Altair was like, you know what? You should have just been quiet about changing sides. Right now, you're my enemy. So, Knives, it just straight up ran Mamika through. And, you know, it's anime, so it ended on a cliffhanger. She better be dead after all those daggers that she's taken. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she isn't still alive at the end of the episode, or at least alive long enough for her to give some type of speech to Alice about what Altair is doing. But man, that took me off guard. And one thing I can say about recreators is that, you know, slow pacing aside, it does a very good job with changing things up and keeping you interested, and using certain aspects to keep you interested in this series is definitely unlike anything that's airing right now. And one of the biggest factors in the strength of this series is this awareness. I say this all the time because we found out actually that Altair is a secondary creation. And what that means, she's basically a fanfic character, or like a Kickstarter character. And, you know, World of Two and everything that she was in was pretty much like a fan project. I mean, it was official. It was like an official production, and that's how she got popular. But the backstory behind her is she was actually based off of another character. Then someone took that character and twisted basically the character altogether, creating Altair. So it was kind of like a different take on the character, but at the same time, it could be considered canon because maybe it was more like a personality change. And then once it broke out as big as it did with World of Two, the story that it was in, it kind of had power made flesh and made this character canon and come to be as a creation. So for them to actually take these type of aspects and put it into a series, because these characters are in the real world, is the biggest selling point of recreators, is that they use all of these real life things in this real life backdrop to make the story itself more interesting. And a big thing that we also get in this episode, Soda, for the most part, he's still being coy about what's going on, but he did at least casually, you know, admit to what happened with him and Shimazaki to Matoria. And he was like, you know, what happens if you had a friend and you said something to that friend that you regret, but you don't get a chance to? I don't remember the exact wording, but it's basically saying that he regret what happened between him and Shimazaki. He didn't say it directly, but, you know, he was like, you know, it was kind of like, you know, I'm asking for a friend. What if you did something wrong to a friend and now you regret it, but it's too late? And the thing about Soda is people's beginning to see that something's going on with him, that something's wrong. Matora saw it right away. She kind of said, you know what, I'm your friend. You can talk to me about this. And, you know, if you let these things bottle up, it will destroy you. And things like jealousy and envy can tear you apart with your friends. And that right there is giving me this 13 Reasons Why vibe about this series. If you haven't checked it out on Netflix, definitely check it out. 13 Reasons Why is a really good series. But now I'm beginning to think, and especially some of the things that Altair said about her creator, which we did find out was Shimazaki, is that she must have been at a really bad point in her life, and I'm pretty sure she was ridiculed and bullied and things like that. It was mentioned, but we don't know to the details. And that type of thing can tear somebody apart. And Soda was more likely her only friend. And he may have been dealing with his own things at the time, and he just didn't want to or didn't have time to deal with the issues that she was bringing to him. Or maybe they had some type of falling out and he was her only friend, causing her to take her own life. And now you got Altair out here ready to get revenge for that exact same reason. And And that's really deep, and we're getting a lot of stories like this in all types of media about how bullying and things like that can cause people to take their own lives. And it's a really sensitive matter. It's a really deep matter. And again, for recreators to take this into this setting, into this fictional setting, and kind of bring that to life, because I'm pretty sure that's what's going on with Shimazaki, is like she just was fed up with life. And the falling out with her and Soda, I mean, I have no doubt now that Soda created Altair and perhaps gave the character to her. And then once the character itself got famous and came to be, he might have even felt a little bit of envy about that, because he went back and thought about it like, wait a minute, this character got famous and I'm responsible for it. So I don't know, maybe they had some type of falling out. Can't wait to get into that. But that was a very deep aspect that we saw in Recreators and Soda as a character. And right when things were getting really that deep, it was a good thing that Magane was there, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, Magane is bae right now. She was dressed up in a straight up maid cafe outfit. She was staking out Soda with his interactions with both Mamika and Sota. She confronted him like, hey, it's just me, I'm in a maid cafe outfit, peace. And then she was like, all right, let me cut the shit. I saw you talking to Mamika, she's not on your side. And then I saw that little speech you had with Matoria. And yeah, that friend of a friend thing you're talking about, that's bullshit. That was you. You called somebody to kill yourself, didn't you? She didn't say it in those exact words, but she said enough for him to know that she knows what's going on. And now he's basically being blackmailed to be in her life, because we don't know Mamika's true intentions. We just know she hasn't picked a side yet. So she was like, so I'm holding this over your head now. So now you gotta deal with me. So give me your number. We're gonna go on a date or something. I'll be in touch. Because if you don't, then I'm just gonna expose your ass. So I absolutely love this character. She's great. Even though she looks like a fiend, she's rather attractive, and she's a very good character. I mean, her and Yuya also saved this episode as well, because another big part that we got is we've been seeing how these creators and creations are interacting with each other, and how the creators feel about meeting the people that brought them to life, per se. And Yuya was very upset with his creator. He was like so nonchalant and so uncaring about everything, and that hurt Yuta. He's like, you can't be kidding me. This person who doesn't give a shit about anything is a person responsible for making me, and this same type of person is probably why this military girl is going on a rampage. So he calls his persona and attacks his creator. But you know, everybody stepped in like, wait, don't hurt his head, don't hurt his hands, please. So that was a good part of the episode. And then we of course touch base with Alice, who is also disgusted with the way this world works, and she's looking like everybody is, for this to be a world of guys, everybody is so uncaring. People have no honor. It's not like in my world where everybody, unless you're completely evil, is noble and gives a shit about things. And I'm really disappointed about the world that we're in. That's why I want to save mine, because I don't want to be here. I want to go back into my own world. So with them building these characters, having their own personalities, having their own ideals, I mean, I'm telling you, Recreators it's a hidden gem, because I kind of feel like a lot of people may be getting tired of it. I know me myself, with slow pacing inside, I was getting a little bit irritated with it, because it didn't seem like we were moving, but we got everything we needed in this episode for sure. And we also get another mention of Setsuna, who I feel like we haven't heard anything about since like episode 3 or 4 even. So something that Recreators is building is this thing about revision as well as secondary creations now coming to be, which kind of got my head spinning, thinking that perhaps Setsuna is also a secondary creation, or he might actually have been a revision and something went wrong, because all of the characters are mentioning that they have changed since they got to his world. So I think Setsuna is going to be the end result of everything that is going on. And you know, I didn't expect Recreators to go in as deep as it did with everything that's going on as far as people and relationships. The fact that Altair is bred from despair. He's bred from the hurt and hatred that her creator felt for this world, for being alone, isolated, picked on, bullied. And now she's out to get revenge. The whole reason she wants to destroy this world is because her creator was not happy with it. And that's deep. I mean, it's villainous, yes, but it's deep because she has reasons. She wants to carry out the wish as being the only friend that perhaps this creator felt that she had in this world. And that's big. I mean, Mamika, I wasn't really big on her as a character, but for her to step up and try to find the truth, I knew it was going to be not a good thing for her to confront Altair, but I didn't expect it to end like this. So I hope she's alive, but if she isn't, then hey, that just made this series go up even more, as the stakes are going to be higher as Altair is solidifying herself as a true villain, if not Magane herself, who I said last week has the potential to be a really big bad in this series, depending on what she's cooking up, unless she's really just like really devious, but she's actually trying to help. I doubt that. I don't want her to go that route. I want her to be straight up evil and eventually a secondary villain or the villain of the series. I think that would be great. So guys, let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments below. Definitely let me know what you think of what's going on with Soda, Shimazaki, and Altair in this whole situation. Again, it has a 13 reasons why vibe. It feels like Soda is holding this responsibility or this guilt that perhaps everything that happened to her could have been avoided. And because he wasn't there for his friend when she needed him is the reason we're all in this mess to begin with, which I understand. But come on, bro, you need to tell everybody what's going on, because everybody's running around like a chicken with their head cut off trying to get to the bottom of this military girl situation, and you may have all the answers right there on the table, which is also why I think Magane is after him, because Magane is probably looking for a way to take out Altair, and if Soda is indeed her creator or co-creator, then he might have all the answers that she needs too. So let's sit on that and think about it. Let me know what you thought of the episode in the comments below. If you liked the video, go ahead and drop a like, and if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as there's not a shortage of content you indulge on this channel. As I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.